Big field for the running of the compact speed car feature event. At the back, car number 45, Johnny Kittle. Ron Hutchinson is absolute back marker of the main group of drivers. Alan Strader's there at the back also. And Steve Pollock in car number 93, and we have a green flag. Up front, it's Ron Organ who heads them down into the first corner. Richard Brain on the inside in car number 70 looking for second spot, with Steve Smith also there in the blue number 17 car. Smith goes through to second, and advance of Brain. Tony Holmes at this one. There's Alan Strader battling it out with John Kittle and Ron Hutchinson in car number 1. Good battle on here in the pack. They're at about 10th to 12 spots at the moment. Leaders in the back straight away. Tony Holmes quickly goes through to second. Now hits the lead going into the third corner. In second spot is Steve Smith in car number 17. Richard Brain holds down third. Warren Wright is fourth. The back markers starting to join the leaders now. There's Warren Wright in the black car just nudging his way through the inside. And Ron Hutchinson about to go for a big inside burst in car number 1. Hutchinson's gone up into third spot, looking a winner at this stage. Holmes leads. Hutchinson goes through the inside of Smith to take over second. And it's now Ron Hutchinson on the boil and chasing Tony Holmes in the back straightaway. Warren Wright has gone through to third as Ron Hutchinson takes over leads the field. Alan Strader is now fourth, and Brain fifth on the outside of Steve Smith. Through goes Brain and Smith. They're tailing Alan Strader in the run into the back straightaway, where Ron Hutchinson, there he is the leader. Tony Holmes in second spot. Warren Wright in the black car is holding down third. The fourth one is Alan Strader. Race leader, the number 1 car of the national champion, defends his title here in a fortnight's time, Ron Hutchinson. Tony Holmes, 77, still in second spot. Warren Wright is third in the black number 80 car. Then Alan Strader in 34. There's the leader. And we'll stay in a moment and see what his lead is. It's probably at the moment something like 80 or 90 metres. There's second, third and fourth. Tony Holmes, Warren Wright receives a nudge from Alan Strader, and Strader as a result has gone through to third. Warren Wright relegated to fourth. Tony Holmes still in second spot as number 33 once more. The leader plays clear in the back straightaway. There's second and third. Tony Holmes in 77. Alan Strader holding third. Warren Wright has fought back into it. He's up in fourth. And the fifth driver at this stage of proceedings, I think, would be Brain. Ron Hutchinson starting to work his way through lap traffic down the back straightaway. Gee, he's driven well and one around here. Tony Holmes in the third corner. I think we have 3 cars all involved. Tony Holmes would have been one of them in car number 77. Steve Smith in car number 17 also involved with another car on the infield. Checkered flag given, so the race will be declared as of the last completed lap. Ron Hutchinson, fine drive tonight from Hutcho, and he's won in fine style in car number 1. Second will have gone to Tony Holmes in car number 77, and third placing to Alan Strader in car number 34. An exciting division at the place of pace. The compact speed cars line up for their Super 16 event. All the top guns running here tonight. The pole car is Tony Holmes in 77. He'll be hard to catch in this one. Smith in car number 17 on the outside of the front line. We have a good start. Smith actually goes to the lead and opens up a break of 20 or 30 metres on the run into the back straightaway. Look at the action back in the pack. Here they come, 4 and 5 abreast. Strader going down the inside in the 34 car. That's Richard Brain right up on the wall in car number 70. Still with the pack. Smith the leader in 17. Making inroads through is Ron Hutchinson. He's about midfield at the moment on the tail of Alan Strader. There they are high on the track, and Warren Wright was the car which came in and served up a little wheel and took himself up one position. Plenty of action back here for this pack led by Crowhurst. There's Gary Pollock high on the track in car number 2, pulling down a little bit, looking for a middle run, gets a clip from Strader down the back straightaway, and Strader's about to go through into second spot. Hutchinson there in the middle of plenty of traffic. There's Strader. He's through to second. Crowhurst is now third. Coming down the inside in the third spot is Steve Pollock in car number 93. Ron Hutchinson, the next one, going through on the inside as we tail Pollock down the back straightaway. Hutchinson switching outside. There's Gary Pollock holding the outside fast wide in car number 2. Race leader Steve Smith, car number 17. They're hauling him in, and Smith struck trouble going into the back straightaway. The leader is out, and Alan Strader inherits the lead. In second spot now is Steve Pollock, car number 93. Good battle on for third. Alan Day's there. So too is car number 45, Johnny Kittle, and Ron Hutchinson coming down the outside in car number 25. Gary Pollock is a retirement from the event as Hutchinson picks his way through into third spot. We'll pick him up in just a moment. There he is on the outside as they run down the main straightaway, and that's Kittle in car number 45 and Day in car number 99. Yellow flag out with Brain spinning on the run into the main straightaway. He's safely onto the infield. Green flag at the ready. About to resume action in this compact speed car back markers event. Alan Strader inherited the lead when Steve Smith retired. Heads him away at the drop of the green flag. In second spot is Steve Pollock on the back run into the back straightaway. Alan Day is third, and Ron Hutchinson high on the track looking for a run around Day as they go towards the third corner. Strader out front. Doesn't want to race here since the switch to a clay racing surface, but the veterans looking good tonight. Steve Pollock in second. That's him on the outside here. Hutchinson with a nice move down the inside goes to second. Alan Day, as we follow him through, is now in fourth spot. There's Hutchinson. He's hot on the chase. Now up in second spot. Holding down third is Steve Pollock. Fourth is Day in 99. And in fifth spot is John Kittle, car 45. The chase is on. Just over a lap remaining. I doubt whether they can catch Strader, but certainly Ron Hutchinson is closing the gap as they hurdle into the first corner. A pacer cracker. Strader in the back straight away, and here's Hutchinson. He's making up a lot of ground. Gets on level terms almost with Strader going down the back straightaway. Strader, though, with a good line here coming off the fourth turn. Hutchinson goes a little wide, and Alan Strader takes the flag. Hutchinson second. Third spot goes to Steve Pollock. Fourth finally to John Kittle. Fifth home would have been Alan Day. And they're the placings in this compact speed car back markers event. Ron Hutchinson, who gave the leader an enormous start, showed that he is certainly the form driver of the compact speed car division at the moment, but the win, deservedly so, has gone to the veteran Alan Strader, first in car number 34, second Ron Hutchinson, car number 25, and third has gone to car number 93, Steve Pollock.
Set to go this time around. 8 laps. Ron Organ on the front line. Away they go. Nigel Blue is in second spot. Organ in front as they go first time to turn number 1. Okay, they start to settle down. Ron Organ in front. Coming out of the clouds is a powder blue car. With the lead on the run up to the main straightaway. 17 getting a little out of shape. Steve Smith is the driver's name. Certainly gets 10 points for effort. There he goes to the inside. Steve Smith has grabbed the lead from Ron Organ, but trying to stay down low, far away from the fence as possible. 96, one of the racing Pollocks, gets tangled with Ron Organ, and they slow in the back straight away. We have a spin out, and all that managed to do was give 17 an enormous lead over the rivals. 17 trying all over the track to find the best line. 57 has cooked it. Not backing off one little bit. He must think he's got 15 cars breathing down his neck. 15 runs in second spot in this race. Bob Smith. Steve Smith is still in front. Bob's running second. I don't know if they're brothers. Smith's such a common name. 99 now coming up to give the man running second a bit of curry. Alan Day. driver of 99, breathing down Smith in car 15. Still in front. Steve Smith. Bob Smith passed by Alan Day. White flag coming out. Let's see who surrenders. 17, only one more lap to victory. 99 starting to close in on him, but 17 should hold on to win this one. Goes down the back chute, certainly backed off. I hope he realises there is now someone behind him and could threaten him in the run to the checkered flag. Goes to the outside. 17 home first. Steve Smith, Alan Day second, and third to the checkered flag was Bob Smith. Two minutes 25.49. 2 minutes 25.49.
Field on the circuit for the running of the compact speed car feature. 18 drivers in total. 10 laps will be the distance. Green flag is at the ready. Alan Strader and Ron Hutchinson, the back markers with Warren Wright. We have a green flag and quickly away was Nigel Brewer in car number 69, and he has a good lead onto the back straightaway for the first time. The action, as usual, will be in the middle of the pack. Gary Pollock, in a little bit of trouble, making an inside run in the number 2 car. But Pollock's making good inroads through the field in his opening lap of the main. One out is Mike Kojic, received a shunt coming off the 4th turn. The race will continue. Brewer has a good lead, but look at them coming through for second. First to challenge down the inside was the 45 car of Johnny Kittle. Yellow light flashing. Mike Kojic sitting on the edge of the track on the run into the main straightaway. Brewer, Blue's blown it here at the start. Mechanical problems, things pulled infield. That's opened up things considerably. Brad Pollock hits the lead in car number 96, quickly coming through in a second. John Kittle in car 45. Alan Day goes to third in 99. Then steaming around the outside is Steve Pollock in 93. Pollock to the high bonnet line on the 93 car, and Ron Hutchinson. Look at Hutchinson up high looking for drive as Hutchinson continues on the outside of Steve Pollock. Strader's just in behind them. Warren Wright went through. Up front is Brad Pollock. In second spot, Johnny Kittle. Good battle for third. There's Hutchinson in the 1 car, just in behind Day. Hutchinson pulls down low. He'll go through into third. Alan Strader just coming through on camera in car number 34. And this is going to be a good finish in this compact main, believe me. Kittle goes to the lead in car number 45. Re-challenged by Brad Pollock down on the first corner. Pollock washes high and couldn't maintain that momentum. Kittle goes to the lead. Now Hutchinson is in second spot. Brad Pollock just clipping the edge of the grass is in third. And Alan Strader holds down fourth. Hutchinson, the fastest car on the racetrack by far. Loses a little ground, however, going into the back straightaway. John Kittle has a lead now of some 20 metres. Ron Hutchinson in second spot. Holding down third is the 96 car of Brad Pollock. Alan Strader's in fourth spot. Alan Day holding down fifth. Warren Wright holds sixth. And in seventh spot is Steve Pollock in car 93. Warren Wright still battling away with Steve Pollock. They're back in about 6th and 7th spots. There's Hutchinson closing in on the leader. John Kittle, the driver, in 45 up front. Back in third and fourth spots. Brad Pollock, car number 96. Alan Strader on the outside looking for third. There's first and second. Kittle and Hutchinson. Strader's about to go around the outside of Brad Pollock into third, although Pollock keeps fighting back on the inside. And Alan Strader not having a comfortable run through this pack at all. There's Strader outside young Brad Pollock. Leaders, however, now on their last lap. Back straight away, it's John Kittle in front. Looks as though he may be able to hold out Ron Hutchinson. A little bit of traffic to contend with here as they and Kittle pulled down low across Crowhurst, but he's gone to the wire a winner. Second goes to Ron Hutchinson. Here's the battle on for third, and it will be Brad Pollock who goes for the wire ahead of Alan Strader. Next one through was Brad Pollock in car 96 from car number 80, Warren Wright.
29 on the front line. Bruce McElveener from Queensland. We're ready for a start this time around. They've got the green. The interstate drivers set sail. First event for them tonight in the compact division. Queenslander Rod Singleton in front as they go to the back straightaway. Rod Singleton leading fellow Queenslander Bruce McElveener as they go down the back straightaway. Through the top turn for the first time, back towards the main straightaway. 21 runs in third place, Bill Foreman. 55 next at hand, Garney Laffin. They're the four leading cars. Number 2 doing it easily, Rod Singleton, the driver. Queensland certainly the best interstate representation for tonight's national title. Second as they romp up the main straightaway is still Bruce McElveener, running in third spot, Bill Foreman. And in fourth in that pack is car 55, Garney Laffin. Interesting to note the first four places in this field at the moment held by Queensland drivers. Number 6, Ken Cosgrove from Sydney. Not an official starter in this, but he's starting to make his presence felt. He's running up there in car 6 in 5th place. Well, the leader's certainly gone for the doctor. The white flag is flying. They're one lap from home, but there's a good battle ongoing for second. Battle for second continues as they start the final lap. Number 2 will come home easily in this one. 2 seems a popular number for top runners. It's the number for Gary Pollock at Liverpool City Raceway, and in Queensland, Rod Singleton carries number 2 on his shiny black car. Second placing in the event, car number 21, driver Bill Foreman. Third home, but unplaced because he wasn't supposed to be a starter, Ken Cosgrove of Sydney. Next home, car 55, Garney Laffin. Last in the major place gettings, Bruce McElveener in car number 29. 1 minute 28.74 the time recorded, 1:28.74. So the interstate representation took a nosedive. The only one I can see in the field is Bruce McElveener in car 29, and he has the front row. What you're about to see is the first heat in the Australian Compact Speed Car title for 1985. Nigel Blewer on the front row and sharing it with Queenslander Bruce McElveener as they move up the straightaway. Blewer gets away to an easy start, and coming quickly through the field from the rear, reigning champion Ron Hutchinson of Sydney. Feathering the car onto the back straightaway in 5th place, about to make a pass on the inside of Ken Cosgrove, which would get him into 4th. Safely there, and now moving up on the Queenslander McElveener as they come to the straightaway. Takes him comfortably on the inside. Now looks for a pass on Harold Fanning and car number 31 as they go onto the back straightaway. 31 still holding on to second place. Race leader is Nigel Blewer. Now in second spot is Hutchinson. Gee, I bet he hopes the 20-lap final's as easy as this. Doing it comfortably in the number 1 car, reputedly to have cost him around $10,000. Diving to the inside, 69, trying to keep him at bay. There's no way he'll do that tonight. The reigning champ goes into the lead as they come back to the main straightaway. This is heat number 1. Disappointing at this stage is Brian Kittle, one of the better performed Sydney drivers, who's right to the tail of the field. Heading for the infield is Scott Giddoes in car number 18. And just making it embarrassing is Ron Hutchinson in number 1. Well, if preparation, dedication count, we're seeing it reproduced in heat number 1 for the man in car number 1. He's now set up a 130-metre lead over the field, and it's a bit of an embarrassment. Main straightaway, Ron Hutchinson, the race leader, heat number 1 of the Australian title. Running second, Nigel Blewer. Third is Harold Fanning. He's followed through by Queenslander Bruce McElveener. Then comes Brian Kittle, who gets on the wick, but leaves his run a little late to finish in the major placings. Nice stylish drive by the man in car number 1, heading out of turn 2 onto the back straightaway. Uses only the best equipment, a backup car in the pits. I don't think he'll need it if this is the opposition they're going to hand him tonight. Keep in mind the top Sydney drivers will be facing him in the final. Sees the white flag and knows he's 1 lap from his first win of the night. And that's the first rung on the ladder to returning and retaining his national title. Through turn 3, turn 4, main straightaway. A happy sight for Ron Hutchinson as the checkered flag. Coming home for second, see how far away second place was, Nigel Blewer, and claiming third, Harold Fanning. 2:14.42 seconds. 2:14.42 seconds. Right, the green is now at the ready next time around. Newman and Kojak on the front row, and the back markers on the inside. The glittering 55 car, Queenslander Garney Lappin. Outside of him, Sydney's Gary Pollock. Well, they're a bit over the place like Brown's cows, but we can't wait all night, so away they go. Mick Kojak goes for the big run down the outside. Newman allows him through. The Queenslander also decides to run around the fence, and at this stage is staying with Gary Pollock. Gets balked a little. Up into the heavy stuff. The Queenslander, Lappin, is showing that he's prepared to mix it if he can get within distance of the race leaders. Mick Kojak in front as they go towards the back straightaway. Moving through quickly, though, is Gary Pollock. Pollock is now running up in 6th place, looking for the run through the inside, passes 1, 2 cars. They're jumping out of his way. We have a spin. Car number 15, Smith, spins it in the top turn. Pity, because we had a real good race developing. Heat number 2, the national title, about to resume. They've got the green, and around the outside comes Pollock from position number 5. He's now position 3, knocking on the door for position 2. And a spin in the back straightaway. Brain in car number 70. Barrels, the Queenslander, Laffin in 55. I don't know what Laffin did to deserve that, but he certainly was on the receiving end of Brain's front wheels in car number 70. And the official saw that as well and handed the appropriate flag out to the driver of car 70. Okay, we're going to start this time around. Ready for the green. Pollock should blitz the field in this one. Starts from 4. Slow to get on the wick. In fact, he's got problems. Now gets going. Maybe he just wanted to give him a bit of a start. He could still win it, even from that far back in the field. Car number 2, back in 5th place, and now he's fully on the wick towards the main straightaway. Mick Kojak remains in front. Smith second in car number 17. And look at Gary Pollock coming from out of the clouds. He was right towards the tail of the field. Now he's up and running for 3rd place. Gets there with consummate ease once more. Main straightaway. Boy, is he going to be a handful in tonight's final. Showing great style. Once more, problems in the back straightaway. Right off the wick again, the number 2 car. Now it finds the throttle again. Well, he's got some problem with that car. Main straightaway. 92, Kojak remains in front, unaware of what's going on behind him. 17, Smith hangs on to that 2nd spot. The number 2 car dies again in the back straightaway. Almost stops. Now gets the acceleration once more into the corner. Up the main straightaway. Not having a very happy run. Gary Pollock in car number 2. Moves up to 2nd. Let's see if the car dies again. Nope. Power stays on this time, and look at him give it a footful through the top turn. Boy, if he had power all the time, he'd be hard to toss. Main straightaway. Now claims 2nd place. Moves up on the outside of Kojak. Enjoys getting the tail out into the back straightaway. Power stays with him as they go to the top turn. Uses the high line around the outside. And that's a remarkable run by young Gary Pollock with all the problems he's had. 1 lap to go. Just waiting to see if the driver who got upside down on the top turn is A-OK. Brad Pollock decides to watch it as a spectator. Rather, his car decides that's how he'll watch it. Off the top turn, ready for heat 3 there. Bunched up 3 wide. John Kittle looking for the run through the inside. Alan Strader hasn't got any joy out of this start. He's still at the back of the field battling with Alan Day. They move to the back straight away. 21 from Queensland. Bill Foreman is finding out what Sydney racing's all about, and he doesn't appear to like it so far. Towards the main straightaway, the front runner's gone for the doctor. That's car 57. John Kittle in second spot in 45. A tap of wheels further back as Alan Strader makes his presence felt. Well, from the bad start for Alan Strader, he's certainly making up for lost time now. He's running third and looking sharper than anyone else on the circuit. Main straightaway, correct that, he's running second. Car 21 doing his level best to represent Joe Bielke territory. He's running back in fourth place. Towards the main straightaway, John Kittle has hit the lead, and it's Alan Strader in hot pursuit. 57's back in third, then comes the Queenslander Bill Foreman. Dirt track style as he goes towards the back straightaway. Steve Pollock coming into the picture, but a little late. Front runners have certainly shot clear of the field. There's the race leader, or rather on screen at the moment, Steve Pollock, and a gaggle of cars battling out for position number 3. 45, Kittle is in front. Alan Strader running in second in car 34. Third, and in traditional dirt track style, throwing the back out on every occasion, car number 21, Queenslander Bill Foreman. Fourth in the field is Steve Pollock, car number 93. Alan Strader is slowly but surely bridging the gap to the race leader. Just about caught him. It'll be interesting. The first heat went to the title holder, Ron Hutchinson. The second to the challenger to the throne in most people's eyes, Gary Pollock. And now the man who dearly loved at age 57 and still running hot, Alan Strader is third. Kittle continues to hold him out as they get to the top turn. Strader still has a few laps on his side to catch and pass. Down the back chute, those laps are now running out fairly quickly. There'll only be one to go next time around. Strader closing in on his prey, but he's still got to get past him. And Kittle would now sense victory. Queenslander, meanwhile, is having a torrid time, as you can see, trying to hold on to third, which is now lost. Final corner coming up, and we have a red light on. We have a car in the main straightaway. Steve Pollock's car. Lost a wheel. And the victory goes to John Kittle, Alan Strader, taking second place in the field. And we'll confirm third placing for you.
In the field for the Australian Championship, mostly interstate is here. Art Etherington from Victoria, the pole car. A few of them still finding their way around 450-metre oval. Now clay-based here at the place of pace. It's Jimmy Crowhurst, former solo rider, who's hit the lead in the back straightaway, and he looks like going on to win this one pretty well. Crowhurst up front. Getting to him in car number 15 at the moment, making a good job of things. On the Smith brothers, Keith Smith actually drives car number 15. He was upside down a couple of weeks ago. Direction Robbie Smith, the driver of car number 15. Well, it's a good lead at the moment. Brad Pollock's got on the second spot. And Jimmy Crowhurst, who hit the lead in fine style, but came lost somewhere once he hit the front. Is back in third, and thus he could be the first to dip out and qualify for the final. Only a couple of laps remaining. Rob Smith up front, Brad Pollock in second spot, Jimmy Crowhurst holding down third, and the white car going to the back straightaway. Brad Pollock closing in. Brad Pollock's gone to the lead. Just a lap and a half remaining. Young Pollock will take his spot in the final. Smith's bitten the dust. He's pulled infield, so he's out of second spot. And that gives a reprieve to Jimmy Crowhurst, who will also be a finalist. Brad Pollock on his last lap. Not the best event in the world, but one we couldn't cancel as it was necessary to determine the final two starters for the championship. And Brad Pollock goes to the wire. Good winner in the repechage. Sneaks into the final. Jim Crowhurst places second, car number 7. And coming off turn number 3, fairway back is the Victorian driver Neil Izzard, who fills third spot in the compact speed car repechage. Brad Pollock the winner, Jim Crowhurst second, and third home Victorian driver Neil Izzard.
The two Kittle brothers will also figure prominently in this one. It could be a dark horse or two as well. Best of the interstaters, Bruce McElveener from Queensland starts outside second row, position 4. In the third row from Queensland is Bill Foreman in car 21. Ready to go this time. Watch the action through turn number 1. The Australian Compact Speed Car title, distance 20 laps. They're racing. Front runners get to the turn A-OK. At the back of the field, the big guns are battling for every ounce of track. Look at them running through. Traffic is heavy. Will we get through without a stoppage in the opening laps? Gary Pollock has gone for the doctor. It's Pollock emerging from the back of the field with Hutchinson and Strader right behind him. The three people I mentioned, most thought would figure in the presentation, are running nose to tail. But we have a minor skirmish at the main straightaway, which brings on the stoplights. Darrell Day, Alan Day, Warren Wright, the two who bring on the caution lights, but there in the main straightaway serving notice you can see the tail of number 1 disappearing out of view. 80 left-hand turns ahead of the field to decide the Australian title. Fox and Newman step on the gas as they come to the straightaway. We have a start. Let's stay wide and watch the back of the field where there's sure to be the run. Main straightaway, Pollock. Oh, 29, the Queenslander. Car stalled coming to the straightaway. Pollock tried to get him out of the way. Down the back chute, it's Pollock gone for the doctor down the outside. Pollock really on the throttle. The one driver we're keeping an eye on as we come to the main straightaway. A protest flag has been handed out. That's to Cosgrove in car number 6. He's too busy to bother looking at it. I don't blame him. Onto the back straightaway. Newman's in front. Now it's on the inside. Alan Strader, but on the outside with a better line. Gary Pollock. Then comes the Australian champion. Hutchinson's in the thick of it. They're up the main straightaway. We have one slowing near the wall. Let's hope there's not a stoppage. Into the lead goes Gary Pollock, 25 years of age and serving notice. He wants to be the Australian champion. Zooming down the inside in third place is the reigning champion Hutchinson. On the inside of him is Alan Strader. What a race. Cosgrove is in second place, but holding up the three chargers. And what a race we have as they go to the back chute. Diving the inside as the national champion. It's Hutchinson now running in second and chasing his title. Well, we picked the three before the drop of the flag, and look at them romp away from the field. To the top turn, it's Gary Pollock in front, and now the challenge being put to him on lap number 4 by the reigning champion. Hutchinson, you can guarantee, will pull out everything he's got. He dives to the inside, Pollock makes a mistake, and Hutchinson's grabbed the lead. I wouldn't write Pollock off just yet, though. Down the back straightaway, the race starting to settle down. And it's Ron Hutchinson in front. Hutchinson doing well. Pollock starting to gather him in. Off the pace now is Alan Strader. Strader would be hoping for a stoppage to give him a chance to slingshot at those two. who are starting to fade into the distance. Pollock coming back. Look at Pollock working the outside line. Pollock is full throttle on. Main straightaway, they lap one of the Queenslanders. Going through lap traffic, there's Pollock, makes his move on the outside, and Pollock has regained the lead in the national title. Gary Pollock puts his foot to the floor, makes the same mistake again, and is passed once more. What a worthy title tilt we're seeing at Liverpool. Ron Hutchinson goes to the back straightaway. The adrenaline must really be pumping now. He starts to pull away from Pollock. Low coming off the corner, high into the main straightaway. Pollock a little off the pace. Pollock going right off the track. Has he got problems? He's back on the circuit. No, he's coming off. Pollock's car has coughed it. Well, he had problems in the heat you saw earlier tonight. What a pity. He certainly gave us one heck of a performance in the lead-up. Someone should wave a flag and tell Ron Hutchinson he can back off a little bit. Hutchinson goes around the outside of Nigel Brewer to lap him. Boy, we have a stoppage in the main turn. Let's hope Hutchinson can avoid it. Whoa, he slips past. Caught up in that melee is Brad Pollock in car 96. And also one of the Kittle cars. Car 5, Brian Kittle. Well, 45, John Kittle is within reaching distance of the front runners. They're still starting to argue with each other as to who should be where. In the meantime, the green flag is at the ready. Watch how quickly straighter and main straightaway. Hutchinson sees the flag and goes for it. 11 laps and he's still the Australian title holder, and he knows that so well now. Onto the back straightaway. Has Alan Strader got what it takes under the bonnet to catch the front runner? It doesn't look like it at this stage. In fact, Alan Strader is about to be challenged for a second spot, if not this lap, shortly after. Hutchinson, who's put so much money, time and effort into the preparation for the Australian title, looks as though everything's coming up roses for him tonight. Alan Strader, incredible performance, still holding on there in second place. Third now is Kittle in car number 45, John Kittle that is. His brother's further back in the field. Hutchinson makes it to the straightaway, comfortably in front. I don't think we'll have any more stoppages. Field somewhat depleted. 7 cars have bailed out since the start of the race. Make that 8. Okay, race leader now has about 110 metre lead over Alan Strader, who's running in second spot. Running towards the closing stages of the Australian title. Third is still Kittle in car number 45. John Kittle remains in third. Absolutely blitzing this field. Ron Hutchinson. Couple of cars getting out of shape in the main straightaway. Hutchinson gets through A-OK. That gives Strader a chance to bridge the gap marginally. A wheel just comes straight off Alan Day's 99 car. It's hit by a Queensland driver, so we will have yet another stoppage. A wheel coming off Alan Day's 99 car. And it'll be a nose-to-tail restart once more, but judging by the way Ron Hutchinson moved away from Alan Strader at the last restart, I think the car is set to take the Australian title. Ron Hutchinson says, if you want to catch me, try now. 4 laps to go and the title will be mine. Off he goes. Now, can he pull away as easily as he did at the last restart? I think he can. Hutchinson is on his way to a well-deserved Australian compact speed car title. The number 1 car. Low coming off the 4th turn. To the top turn. Finds his way through. Late in the night. Track breaking up ever so slightly. But Hutchinson knows where he wants to go, where he wants to put the car for maximum acceleration. And it's paying off handsomely. Kittle, car 45. That's John Kittle, who's still doing a creditable third, bouncing around a little bit. The white flag is out. And boy, won't Hutchinson be a happy boy to see this. Second only to the checkered flag. It'll be the best part of the night. There's the white flag, and Hutchinson's on his last lap. They say nothing's ever positive in Speedway until the checkered flag is dropped. I think Hutchinson is odds on to retain his Australian title, and it'll be a popular win. He's done it the hard way from the back of the field, and Hutchinson is the Australian champion. Second home, Alan Strader, and third, John Kittle.
And proving conclusively tonight, the #1 compact speed car driver in the nation. Congratulations to Ron Hutchinson, winner 2 years in a row, Australian compact speed car champion. He did it the hard way from the back of the field. What a battle royal that was with Gary Pollock in the opening laps.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think we could have seen a more fiercely contested Australian title, a worthy result. And as the four place getters move up to the presentation area, I think firstly it wouldn't be out of place to ask you to put your hands together by way of commiseration for a fellow who drove his heart out. You know who I mean, Gary Pollock, the driver of car #2, who was certainly on the boil there and looking for the national title. Ladies and gentlemen, fourth to the checkered flag, picking up bonus money, was Warren Wright, one of the most improved drivers we've seen on asphalt in the last 2 seasons, and certainly on clay. Warren, congratulations on behalf of all associated with the national title. Third to the checkered flag, fellow who also figures in placings week after week after week, along with his brother, the driver of car 45. Let's hear it for John Kittle, the first to receive the hardware for the Australian title. Well done, and you know you've been in a race.
Thanks very much. I'd just like to thank all the crew for coming out helping us. Sponsors, Essential Smash Repairs for supporting the car, Claremont Motors. It's really been great this season. Hope we can get back here next season. Congratulations to Ron and Alan for a great race. Thanks very much.
You were knocking at the door. Well done. John Kittle, ladies and gentlemen. Second to the checkered flag, 57 years of age. Don't hit me for revealing it. But boy, isn't he still sharp. Alan Strader. Well done, pal. You look like you enjoyed yourself too.
Yeah, it was a beaut race. I got absolutely done by Ronnie. He drove real beaut. It was good fun. I'll try and win it next year. Thanks very much.
Very well done. Alan Strader. And ladies and gentlemen, I think this club has a fantastic rule, and that rule is no matter where you qualify in the Australian title, if you're the champion, you start at the back. And he started at the back, and boy, didn't he prove he deserves to be national champion. Put your hands together for Ronnie Hutchinson. Get the impression this one's somewhat happy. Well done.
Well, thanks very much, Steve. Tonight's win, you've got no idea how much it meant to me. I got a crew of fellows, and my head mechanic, he has spent 12 months to get 2 cars and be here, and here we are tonight, and it's a great credit to Ben Sellers, and it's a great credit to the crew to get here. I'd just like to congratulate the fellows who finished behind me. It was a beaut race, and I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank the people who keep our race car going: O'Brien Aluminium, Volmar Fiberglass, assistance from Champion, plugs, and Valvoline, of course, that keeps the engine going. And thanks very much to everyone in the stands. A really fabulous night. Thank you very much.
That's what I call a worthy champion. Ronnie Hutchinson, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, photographs being taken to record the result of this year's title tilt. The stage is set for the Grand National finale for tonight. We'll take you back to the tower and Dave Booth.
Tommy, there's a big money race on in Newcastle this Saturday night, and we cleared quite a few of our regulars to go there.
I've given Dave that message.
Plus, of course, next weekend, Liverpool not operating.
Once more, the Australian Compact Speed Car Champion, Ron Hutchinson, congratulations. Good luck or good management?
I'd like to think that I had the good luck tonight, and also the good management come from my chief mechanic, Ben Sellers.
And Ben Sellers, what did you do to get into the checkered flag first?
Steve, we started off 12 months ago when he won the championship and decided if he wanted to retain it this year, I'd have to build 2 new motor cars to get him up there, and that's what we've done. So it's 12 months' work gone into it.
So how much day-to-day effort do you put into your racing?
On a day-to-day basis, I would say that Ben probably puts in 5 nights a week, and also at least half a day on the weekend. And I help out as much as I can, not being mechanically minded. And we talk quite a lot, and we plan our races. We've been involved in motor racing with the go-karts and now the compacts for 18 years. We've been together, and we struck a very happy medium of both what we expect from one another, and it's really the icing on the cake to be able to go out and achieve what you set out to plan.
So you put as little reliance as possible on Lady Luck?
Well, everyone needs an ounce of luck, and before the race tonight, I knew that the preparation was superb. The cars have been ready since Monday night, so it's been a case of being able to try and get mentally on top of things. And we've had a real good build-up to this week mentally, and all we needed was an ounce of luck, you know, but you can't take it away from Ben. The preparation and the hard work and the dedication has been there.
So what other goals are you going to set for yourself?
Well, who knows? At the moment, let's see how we wake up tomorrow morning.
Gary Pollock was unlucky. Certainly the two of you gave the crowd value for money in that one race alone during the time you were passing and repassing.
Yeah, it was quite good, wasn't it? You know, like, that's the sort of thing that motor racing is all about. You know, Ben and I strive that what motor racing is all about is good, hard, clean competition, and none of this driving into people. We believe that to race people, you must drive around people, and that's the way we go about our sport, and have a hell of a good time and try and do it as safe as possible. It's very important to come home in one piece, and it's very important to have a good time, whether you win or lose.
Well, you won it off the back with 2 restarts. Not too many people could say you fluked it.
No, well, this is true, and you know, it's quite an achievement for both Ben and I. Just recently on the last asphalt meeting, you paid tribute to Streeter, and a comment which he made, he said at the time, the goals of Speedway is to build your own race car, start at the back and win. And I talk for Ben and I, we're both very, very proud that this has happened, and it's taken 12 months of really hard work and a hell of a lot of money to get here.
Ron Hutchinson, a worthy winner, and Ben Sellers, obviously a top mechanic that he's full of praise for.
Fine, thank you very much, Steve.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you. Thanks, fellas.
Right,
well done. Car 13, Jeff Eldershaw, leads them away, but the interest level is at the back of the field. Gary Pollock's off to a good start, following him through the field from the back. Ron Hutchinson, the national champion, and right behind him comes Alan Strader in 34. They've quickly gathered in the front-running cars. Look how wide they are. Look at this field coming onto the main straightaway. Gary Pollock's the one who's setting the pace. He goes around the outside, hangs the inside front wheel up. 75 has spun. They managed to get past without spinning, although 2 other cars have hooked themselves together. And 10th is Alan Strader. To the outside goes Pollock. Around car 16, chasing car number 92 and into the lead. Well, it appears to be a mere formality. Eldershaw lets him through, and Gary Pollock blasts into the lead. Now let's watch his main rivals and how they come through from back in the field. Hutchinson's the first to make a run. He decided to go down low, and the inside run pays off because as they start lap number 2 after the restart, he finds himself running in second and not that far off the race leader. Alan Strader, in the meantime, is having a devil of a time getting through the slower cars, and he's currently placed in 5th. Right, now we have an action replay of the national title at Liverpool City Raceway over a fortnight ago, except this time Hutchinson is certainly putting it to the race leader, Gary Pollock. Pollock goes very high to the top of the track, tries to hang it back down, but has lost the race. At least the lead at this stage. I think he'll work overtime. 2 wheels off the ground. A lot of horsepower, but you can only use it in certain places. Down the back straightaway, and it's Ron Hutchinson, the national champion. He's going to be hard to toss. Another member of the Pollock family tried a hard run through, but lock wheels with another car and finds himself way back in the track. So he picked them up down the back straightaway with car number 1 running in 2nd spot. That's Ron Hutchinson, beg your pardon, Ron Hutchinson in front, car number 2 running in 2nd spot, Gary Pollock, and 34, Alan Strader running back in 3rd. These 3 drivers have dominated this division all season, and it's not at all surprising to see them running 1, 2 and 3. And judging on the recent placings, it looks like the cars are numbered quite accurately for 1st and 2nd when you look at the relative abilities of the drivers this season. Number 1 is in front and deserves to be. Gary Pollock's all over the track and in fact has given car 34, Alan Strader, the opportunity to bridge the gap and be in a position to challenge. I think Gary Pollock's thoroughly enjoying himself running on the dirt, throwing the car in deeply a la sprint car driving, but it's not paying off in terms of giving him extra traction and space away from the man who wants 2nd spot. 2 cars touch coming into the main straightaway. Again, it's one of the Pollock family, car number 93, Steve Pollock, clashing with one of the slower lap cars. Alan Strader's involved in a crash in the back straightaway. The field is coming towards him. 17 is into the safety fence. Steve Smith, the driver. Alan Strader appears to be A-OK. Wouldn't be surprised to see the checkered flag for this one. A very decisive victory. You might like to put your hands together for the national champion. He's put it beyond any doubt that he deserves to be the national title holder. Totally professional approach to his racing. And boy, is it paying off. And they're racing in the compact speed car feature race at Liverpool. Going down into the first turn, and we'll follow the action as Gary Pollock goes to the outside, hooked up behind this band of cars as they move down the back straightaway. Pollock going out and around them. Ron Hutchinson's already found a way up on the inside as they come through the bend, but Pollock's doing it very high and wide. Looking good here as he comes down the front straightaway. Hutchinson and Strader have gone through on the inside of him, and there's Pollock. Just look at him rim riding around the outside. He's managed to pass them back through the field again. They're already coming back to try and challenge him, but as they make their way into the top corner, there's car number 2 is the one that we're following, Gary Pollock, as they come onto the front straightaway. He goes through. Alan Strader gets the short back and sides as they go into the bottom turn. Little off the pace indeed is the Jolly Red Giant as they move down the back straightaway. And looking for Hutchinson, making a big run up here on the outside. Scarpering onto the front straightaway now in car number 2. Goes past the start finishing line into the bottom corner and moving onto the back straightaway. Looks like 13 the race leader, 45 coming up to him smartly as they move up into the top corner. Coming back onto the front straightaway. Here's Pollock on the outside. Goes through now into the bottom corner. So 45 Kittle looking the goods now as he ranges up on car number 13, and that's Jeff Eldershaw as they make their way down the back straightaway and takes the lead. Here's Pollock in car number 2, Hutchinson coming up on the outside of him as they come through the bend, but there's trouble already for Pollock, who goes to the infield, and that leaves Hutchinson there in car number 1 to challenge for the lead. Here's Hutchinson making a run around the outside. One car almost half spinning, and Hutchinson back on the inside of Eldershaw. That now moves him to second with Kittle, the race leader, in 45. They come down the front straightaway. Hutchinson going through into the bottom corner and making great gains on the race lead as they move on to the back straightaway. There's first and second in the compact speed car feature race
Coming up into the top bend, car number 45, Kittle the race leader, and Hutchinson gaining on him every inch as they come down the front straightaway. Hutchinson thought about going to the outside, but paints a beautiful inside pass. That puts him up into the lead. Second spot now being held down by number 45, Kittle. Eldershaw is third. 16 is the next one back, then followed by Alan Strader, who was almost a half a lap in arrears. The race wears on with car number 1, the Australian champion, Ron Hutchinson, leading clearly onto the back straightaway. He's going to win this one quite comfortably. The gap for second is about probably 30 or 40 metres. Here comes the dice for third. White flag going out with 1 lap to go for the race leader, Ron Hutchinson, almost the complete national champion, on pavement, and then, of course, coming back to win it on dirt only a few weeks ago. He comes up into the top bend, sideways out of the turn. Checkered flag is at the ready, and coming out of the corner down to take the checker is Ron Hutchinson's feature race win. Second goes to John Kittle, and third place will go to Eldershaw.
Has the lead, really getting it sideways, Jeff Eldershaw, and Gary Pollock starting from the back. 7 up, Morgan, car number 43, Jeff Newman holding down second spot. Eldershaw had moved to third, but is under siege, and Worthington moving up on the outside in car number 93, absolutely enjoying his first run in a compact speed car, and he's up in fifth spot and looking for fourth as they swing on the Lamont straightaway. There's Gary Pollock. He's about 8th at the moment. Do you think the back markers don't have some work to do, because this is only a 6-lap event? Normally, the minimum distance for compact racing here, 10 laps. 43 right now, that's Jeff Newman. Lap starting to tick by. Keith Smith is the challenger on the outside in the red car. There's Pollock down on the inside, and he's looking for fourth at the moment. Meantime, Robbie Worthington is up in third spot and handling car number 93 exceptionally well, as I said, in his very first compact speed car drive. Smith is the leader, Newman in second spot in car number 43, Robbie Worthington holds down third, fourth is Jeff Eldershaw in 13, and fifth is Gary Pollock in car number 2. There's not much from first to fifth. The leader has a small advantage. Smith, he hits the white flag with 1 to run. There's second to fifth. On the outside in the blue number 13 challenging is Jeff Eldershaw. He's just ahead of Gary Pollock. There's the leader down the back straight away, Keith Smith. The battle royal on for second to fifth. Look at them go through turn 3. Smith will win it, there's no doubt about that, but they'll be charging to the wire for second, and it goes to Robbie Worthington. Compact speed car handicap, Ron Hutchinson in the field. Change behind the wheel of car number 2, however, Ken Radcliffe, veteran of the section. Many years replacing Gary Pollock at the wheel of car number 2. All one around sideways with Kojic. Fourth star line, and Ron Hutchinson falls on his roll cage in car number 25 after being involved with Alan Strader at the top of the racetrack. There they are. Ronnie Hutchinson having almost an American view of the world. As for us, the land down under. Ronnie Hutchinson looking at things the way the Yanks normally do. Tip back on its wheels, I doubt whether the car has suffered too much damage at all, because it was a very soft roll. He was involved with Alan Strader, but they both pulled up track. And Mike Kojic received a shunt from behind and went spinning to the infield in car number 92. There's Ronnie Hutchinson about to be checked out, and I'm pretty confident he'll be able to take his spot in the rerun of this event. Ready for the restart. We haven't lost a car. We're all here. We have 10 laps to run. Hutchinson, the back marker of the main group, down into turn number 1. This is his view of the field. Pulls outside, pulls infield. Warren Wright moving quickly down the inside in that black number 80 car. He's leading them through at the moment. Pollock's there in the middle of things, and Hutchinson balked a little for room, and he's virtually gone to the infield. Lodgy, anybody's race this one. Alan Strader, they're making an inside pass, has moved to fourth spot, and really hanging up on the wall is Steve Pollock in car number 93. Nigel Brewer in car number 69. Here's Pollock in 93. Oh my goodness, Kittle's there with Warren Wright. The outside charges are coming from everywhere. Steve Pollock, down to 93, emulating the feats of elder brother Gary. He's up front, still on the back of the picture's all out of shape. Must have burst a tyre because he's looking for a way to the infield. Steve Pollock leads down the back straightaway. Warren Wright's in second spot. Holding third is Alan Strader. Next one through is Jeff Eldershaw. Then Ronnie Hutchinson, who made a big move up in turn number 4. Got the fifth, but then tangled up with Kenny Cosgrove and has dropped a couple of spots. Meantime, Warren Wright has gone to the lead. Alan Strader in the second spot because Steve Pollock has struck trouble. He's mid-track down the back straightaway looking for a chance to get to the infield. And that's bad luck for this young driver because he'd driven brilliantly in the opening couple of laps. Down the back chute, Warren Wright is the leader from Alan Strader. There's Hutchinson, he's back in fourth spot. His tail is Nigel Brewer in car number 69. Through goes Cosgrove and the rest of the pack. Challenge on for the lead in the back chute. Black number 80 of Warren Wright. There he is, up front from Alan Strader. Strader not far behind Wright. Moving up to make his presence felt here in the run into the first corner. They go into the back straight away once more. Wright, who hasn't been all that impressive since Clay replaced pavement here. He was a very fine pavement driver in this season. He's showing good form tonight. Or a little low on that run into the first corner. That left the gate open for Strader. And Strader has been around long enough to take every advantage of an open gate, as the saying goes, and he now holds the lead. White flag's out. This is the last lap. Veteran Alan Strader runs up front. Warren Wright's in second spot, and a long gap then to Ron Hutchinson, who's made his way back through into third. Veterans night. Alan Strader to the checkered flag. Second goes to Warren. Cars rolling. It doesn't happen tonight. This is their 10-lap main event. Oh, look at the men, 4 and 5 abreast here on the run down into the first corner, and that's normal compact action. Most of the reason for their popularity here at the Place of Pace. Fanning's gone to the front. Ron Hutchinson has switched back to his one car, driving his backup car earlier in the night, and he's really at work in this race. On the tail of Steve Pollock as they head down into turn number 1. Smith goes to the lead on the outside. Steve Pollock also is high. Hutchinson following Pollock. Now switches to mid-track. 2 cars around the first corner, but they're up on the grass edge, so they're out of harm's way. There's Steve Pollock in the wall, right at the start-finish line. The yellow lights are quickly displayed to warn the oncoming traffic. Steve Pollock there becoming involved in the main straightaway. So very strongly around about third or fourth spot. As young Steve shakes his head, explains to the officials what happened. Green flag given, slow start, so anything's likely to happen. The order will change, and Warren Wright heads them this time. Smith re-challenging on the outside, and here comes Hutchinson down the inside. See, this man's a capable driver. Fine member of this compact speed car division. Warren Wright's up front, and Wright will be hard to peg back. Hutchinson looking for the inside on the run into the back straightaway. Holmes in third spot. Smith is fourth, and Strader holding fifth. Wright the leader in the black 80 car from Ron Hutchinson. Tony Holmes, next one through on the outside in the red car is Smith, and there's Strader. Winner of the handicap race tonight. He's be battling to win this one. He's back in fifth and has 2 very hot runners up in 1 and 2 at the moment. Warren Wright, Ron Hutchinson as they swing around and put a lap on Steve Smith. All right, here I think has made a mistake. That opened things on the inside for Hutchinson, and Hutchinson has gone to the lead. We're watching third and fourth. Steve Smith in car number 16 there was in front of Strader. There's the new leader, Hutchinson. Strader, meantime, battling away with Steve Smith. Gets down on the inside. We have one around, and that's why Hutchinson pulled wide. Hutchinson's up front. Warren Wright second. Strader third. Strader on the boil. Passes right at the drop of the green, and now he's on the hammer of Hutchinson on the run into the back straightaway. Right back in third. And in fourth Fourth spot now is Keith Smith in car number 16. Tony Holmes the next one, and then Jeff Eldershaw from Harold Fanning. 3 laps remaining. Hutchinson and Strader still at it. Warren Wright in third spot. There's Strader and Wright. Strader sitting high on the racetrack, looking for grip up on the cushion. Hutchinson, meantime, holding a low line through the turns, just allowing the car to drift out a little on the run into the straightaway. And if anything, he probably has the better line at the moment on the racetrack. But Strader will not pass him by following the same line, believe me. Last lap, Ron Hutchinson out in front from Alan Strader. Warren Wright still in third spot. This will probably be a deserving victory for Ron Hutchinson because he has been the top man. Tony Holmes, meantime, has rolled his car in the first corner. So the last race has finished, as did the first. Tony Holmes is out and A-OK. Ron Hutchinson has won. Adrian Galliford, pole car. This is the final race for the Division 2s for the season. Top 10 or 12 out of the 2 heat races tonight. Stephen Hodder is outside of the front line. Little Leanne Kelly sits on position number 3. Bob Peels on position 4. Peter Gudgeon should be well to the fore in this one. Sits up on position 6 in the red and white car number 78. We have a green flag. The outside line could well be the quicker down in the first corner. Let's see how Hodder handles it. Yep, he goes to the inside. There's a gap as big as the heads up wide. The Peel finds one on the inside.